Hi guys, thanks again for joining me. I'm Anne and I give general love readings focusing on divine partners, and that includes soulmates, twin flames, all love relationships, including anybody that pertains to you in a situation that feels more intense, more spiritual, or if you're just focusing on any type of relationship that is romantic. Okay, so getting more involved, planting those seeds. We talked about these seeds being planted to start over again, to start off refreshed after a long, brutal winter, like many of us that we experienced, that now we're like all excited. And I know I am. I'm getting out as much as I can because nature does empower us. It does bring us to a higher level when we are stressed, when we're going through something. I highly recommend take a good walk, take a good nature, maybe meditation in like a park or by water, anywhere where it's outdoors with lots of trees and flowers and grass and just the energy of nature. I mean, you guys can relate to what I'm talking about, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm so happy that I have a park right around the corner from me, and I take as much time as I can. So I hope you're doing the same thing. Okay, so this side is the divine masculines, this side is the divine feminines. We are like not focusing on this to be one specific person or the other, but basically it's inside of all of us. So this is just for the collective. Remember, the soul collective, the soul connection collective in general. Okay, taking a break, trust your vibes. Divine masculines tend to overwork themselves, and this card is telling us that taking a break is essential right now. As you can see, this beautiful unicorn, and you guys know how much I love unicorns. Taking a break from the, I would say more of like just being so hard on yourself, because when you're hard on yourself, you kind of like end up focusing on, well, this needs to happen and I need to do this. And you know what? With everything that's going on right now, it's time to trust your vibes. The vibes, as it says in this card, thank you, angels. Today I choose to trust my intuition and your guidance. Your angels, your spirit guides, the higher above, the God is giving you messages. You're feeling it. Something is telling you. People may be coming to you and telling you, trust what you're feeling, trust your intuition. Take a break, take a moment, take a breather. Now, divine masculines have been overworking themselves, like we've seen, trying to focus on too many different things at one time can actually stir you in the wrong direction. When you're centered into one area and you're saying, this is where I'm going to make my life the happiest, and I'm going to settle down over here, you're putting too much pressure on yourself. I need this amount of money, I need this before I can be happy. Trust your vibes. When you trust your vibes, you can actually feel that energy coming through. You can actually be yourself. You can actually be the person who you truly are. But listening to your own inner feelings also has a big factor to play in this role. We're looking at a lot of take it down a notch in these cards. We're looking at not putting too much out there and chasing it. There is something going on, listening to your feelings, maybe this person that you're involved with. Now, when I talk about people in general, I'm giving kind of like an example of a message that's coming through, and how it resonates with you. You need to just use it to your highest good. Listening to your feelings, because there is somebody that you're not getting what you want. Maybe you're not listening to what your feelings is telling you. Maybe there is somebody that you're putting too much of your energy into this person because you're codependent. We see this a lot with energies with the divine masculines at the same time, because they tend to put out energy where they're not really being the person who they truly want to be. They run from it. They're not listening to their feelings. They're not listening to what their truth is. Speak your inner truth. Speak your truth is essential when it comes to listening to your feelings. All that ego, okay, it seems like there's a lot of ego-based energy. And when I say ego, I mean not like, oh, I'm the best and I feel the best and I'm going to be the best, but more of like putting too much out there that you can't feel humble inside. You can't feel that love inside because you've built yourself up so much that you don't listen to your inner feelings. You're not taking a break. You're not trusting your vibes. These two cards right here, trust your vibes Listen to your feelings. They're diagonally across from each other. It's telling you something. It's giving you that message. Take a break and speak your truth. Okay? I look at the cards in a sense where I don't just look at one card, but I look at the influences beside the cards. I mean, that's traditional tarot. We used to do that with the special layouts. You know, me laying out 8 cards, I'm giving you like more of a larger general area to look at, and I trust what my guides are giving me. So it's not the traditional way that you would lay out a reading, like the Celtic layout, the Tree of Life layout. There's so many different ones, but I like to give an example because I want you to see the layouts that I put out so that you could understand a little bit better. Sometimes it helps, in a sense, to understand what I'm doing. Listening to your feelings and trusting your vibes, okay? That's why I say I want you to look at this. Look at these 2 cards as they're telling you something inside of you is giving you a message, something that you're making a decision about. Can it be something that your top of your mind is saying, yeah, I need to do this, and maybe someone else, a friend, is telling you, yeah, that's the right thing to do. But you know what? Maybe there is a little more behind it because you're not speaking your truth. Maybe going along with this idea or situation, you're not really hearing what the messages are coming through. Okay? The first steps first. The first card was take a break. Okay? Taking a break from all that excess ego or energy that you're putting on top of yourself. When you put too much, it's kind of like laying on things so thick, laying on thick. Before you know it, it's just going to peel right off. It's not going to even be genuine. It's not going to look great. It's not going to be anything special because you're not taking a break. You need to just slow it down. You need to rest. You need to relax. You need to rest yourself, not just physically, but mind, body, and spirit, okay? It all comes together in order for you to hear your feelings. Divine Feminines, okay? Don't give up. Don't give up on what is in your heart. Don't give up on that situation. There's a certain sense of balance. Balancing what you feel in your heart is a key here. I'm not saying don't give up on a person. I'm not saying don't give up on a situation or something that you're looking at, that you're focusing on, but don't give up on who you are inside and what you believe in. Your heart is going to tell you everything. It's going to reveal everything. And that's not being in denial, and that's not being resistant. That's not being looking at the truth, but it's also balance with reason. With reason. Seriously, guys. Balancing what you feel in your heart, balancing what your mind is telling you can be a challenge. Seriously. We go through so much emotions. We go through, how do I accomplish my dreams, my goals? How do I find the true love I'm looking for? Why isn't that love coming back to me? Why can't that person see me for who I am? Maybe it's because you're giving up on yourself, because you're not living your life the way you should. You're trying to pull something, but you are not balanced on yourself because your emotions got the best of you. You didn't listen to what your heart was saying. You didn't listen to your inner feelings. And it goes both ways for divine masculine and feminine. So when we jump from section to section, it's not necessarily, like I said, it's all for the collective. It's for the complete being, for you. This reading is completely for you. Don't give up. Don't give up because there is something there out there for you. Detaching from the drama, detaching from what is internal that you're not looking at. Because there is so much going on with relationships nowadays, and I'm not going to go into what a relationship should be because, you know what, nobody's relationship is perfect. Trust me, it's not. It's all about what you can do to empower yourself first. Because when you empower your heart, yourself, your light, your love, your family, your business, your kids, your environment, your whole life, you know, it's all about balance, and it's all about detaching from emotional energies, conflicts, things that kept like piling themselves upon you. They kept throwing themselves. It's like when people are throwing stones, when people are throwing negativity at you, and that's what drama is. When you're around people like this, you end up accumulating it. Trust me, it's like it's impossible to be pure. I know it is. Like you hear gossip. Oh, what's that person saying? What's that person doing? It's not because you want to hear it. It's just news. We all are, curious. I'm a Scorpio. I'm curious. I'm curious on everything. I want to see what this is, what that is, and being that I am the person I am, I don't resist it. I just embrace it. So if I hear it's a little bit negative towards someone and it's kind of like judging a person, judgmental in a sense, maybe a person's assuming a little too much, you know what? I'm going to detach myself. I'm going to say, well, you know what? That's enough for me. I have to go. You need to focus on the drama that is around, because it'll somehow be poured upon you. And you know what? When it's that way, it's like, how do I get rid of it? Take a step back. Yeah, take a step back. When you take a step back, you can clearly see all that negativity and that, toxic energies. Not that I'm saying a person is toxic. When there is a person that you're around, maybe they seem to be toxic, like, oh my gosh, why is that person just going through that? Why is that person so mean? Why is that person saying these things about this person and that person? I don't want them to attack me. Or maybe they are. Maybe they are doing things against you. I'm not saying to go be friends with that person and try to patch it up, but I'm just saying, taking a step back from that person, take a break. Don't put more heat on the fire. You know what I mean? Like, in other words, I'm not here to tell you what to do, but my advice, and it's recommended, that you let that person vent out. Maybe there's something that they're going through. Like, everybody can have like negative energy. We all can sometimes just pour it out. We're human. So let's face it, guys. We can be like a very, very, very intense person sometimes. It's not because we're negative, and it's not because we're toxic. It's because we accumulate. This is a way to get rid of it. This is a way to let go of it. Same thing goes when it comes to a love relationship, okay? The reason why I give these points, because sometimes we're doing certain things in our life that we end up bringing in the drama. We see what that person is doing, okay? That person is going through something. That person is going through something. That person is going through something. That person. You got the idea, okay? So you're getting pushed around, like, gosh, I'm hearing it all. Nothing's going on in my life, but for some reason I take on their stuff, and it is going on in my life. And then you bring it to your relationship, where you were okay, you were balanced, you were fine. You need to speak your truth. Speaking up to what is internal inside will help you get past all that rough stuff. Guys, it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen when you want it to, but it will happen. It will get better. It's all about, focusing on the love in your heart. And I always talk about love because love rules us all. When you're listening to your feelings, I really feel like this is a direct message to somebody. It's a message to listen to your feelings, speak your truth. And maybe that person hasn't heard from you. Maybe you're thinking, maybe this person just doesn't want to be with me anymore. And maybe you had a falling out. I mean, that happens. Divine masculines, whatever you're going through, whatever they're going through, maybe they're divine masculine, maybe you're a divine feminine, whichever, doesn't matter. Whatever's resonating with you. Speak your truth. Maybe it's time to break the ice, bury the hatchet. Maybe forgive them. Maybe they've been coming to you and they've been trying to get like word and edgewise, but you don't want to hear them because you're set in on, I know what I know, and that's just the way it is. The ego, like we talked about. Trust your vibes. Is your vibes telling you that that's what it is, or is it the mind because you've been through something? Sometimes we carry stuff from a previous situation, or when I talked about that person, we end up finding ourselves not wanting to trust anymore. We don't want to hear anything anymore. We kind of like accumulated this rage against somebody, and we don't even have rage. We don't even have that feeling towards that person, but we've accumulated it, and they're like, what did I do? And they didn't do anything. Or maybe they did, and it's time to try to talk it out, speaking your truth. You know what? Communication is always the best way to resolve any situation. If you can get the communication going, if the communication is ready. If it's not ready, that's fine too. But, don't give up. Don't give up on who you are and what you believe in. It's time to just keep yourself motivated, because maybe that relationship that you're waiting for, that your divine partner, they're going through something. Maybe it's time to open yourself to that person. Maybe you need to just like release something. Maybe there's something that has to happen. Don't give up. You know, that's what this card is telling you. It's a sense of balance. Not saying analyze things too much, because sometimes when we analyze, we wake up past wounds, but detach from the drama and take a step back. Take a step back and let's see what happens. Let God lead you. You know what? When it comes to a decision to make, I always trust into what God gives me, the messages, the energy, the feelings that I get, because I'm not here to preach religion, but I'm just telling you that I believe in God, and I believe strongly that God gives us messages throughout our whole lives. And sometimes we don't hear them. And that's what I want to do, is I want to hear them. You want to hear them, but you have to detach the negative stuff that's in front. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we just accumulate it. It's a way of life. I guess we'll do this every day of our life, but that's why we work on ourselves. And you know what? Maybe right now you're good. Maybe right now you're saying, I know what I need to do. You need to keep going with that. You know, it's kind of like the way we have clean eating. We eat as best as we can, as healthy as we can, because when you eat healthy, you obviously feel fantastic inside. Eliminating sugar, processed foods, you know the deal. You know what I'm talking about. And you see my ringtone just confirmed it. Exercise, working out. Not overdoing it, because obviously you can hurt yourself if you overdo something on anything, but getting activity, getting that blood circulating, getting yourself moving, it does do something for the body. It does do something for the spirit. When I do a vigorous workout, you know what happens? I feel a lot better because I release something. I detached from the drama. Seriously, guys, go out in nature, go out somewhere in a park, go on a bike, go on a hike, whatever it is, pick your laptop, do a video, work out outside. I can't give you like any kind of recommendations. You know what's best for yourself. Okay, so I hope that this reading video resonated with you. There was a lot of things here that I really felt that was speaking out messages to somebody, and I felt some messages come through as well. So take what resonates with you, and like I've always said, what doesn't, just leave it go. If you feel that maybe, like I said about the ego part, that could be something, maybe watch this video at another time. Maybe you weren't in the mode to watch it. Your mood, your mind, your situation wasn't like good for you to watch it. It's always a good time to watch it again, because then it could help you to understand things when you're more clear. You know what I'm talking about. Or if you know somebody that maybe can resonate with this video, because it seems like something that they need to hear, please forward it, share it. I would love to, give them the messages like I'm doing here for you guys. And if anytime you need a personalized reading, I do offer phone chat and email readings, and the links are down below in the description area, however you're watching this video. Also, I have several blogs and articles that pertain to soulmates, twin flames, love relationships, and I hope that many of you are following me on social media, and if you're not, I hope we can be friends. I really like to communicate and reach out to you guys. It's a great opportunity for us to all, become united. It's a lot of fun. I love it. So I think that's it for now. So until next time, God be with you all. Namaste.